Hey guys, Vezerlo here. So, the Huawei P20 was announced on March 27th, 2018, and as I'm recording this, it's April 16th, 2018, so I am late to this party, but better late than never, right? Well, I decided to talk about this now because I just wanted to wait for the reviews from all the major tech YouTubers for the Huawei P20 to come out. And to be fair, a lot of them haven't come out yet, but I think enough of them have come out so that I can now talk about my feelings on it. Now, you have to keep in mind that this isn't an unboxing, I don't actually have the phone, but I want to talk about if I'm going to pick it up or not, because I think that my opinion you'll actually find very interesting. But of course, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments, so please leave them there. But anyways, let's just get into this. Also, if you couldn't tell, I am recording this a bit late, and I do have the cold, so my voice is going to sound a little bit weird, but still, let's just get into this. So something Huawei was very big on with the P20 Pro is the camera, and I keep seeing people talking about the camera. It does have three lenses, which is interesting to say the least. But the thing is that to me, it just like from the pictures I've seen, it just kind of looks like I'm seeing almost like a Pixel 2 picture. So it doesn't really seem like it's the best in the business. Now, comparing it to something like the Galaxy S9 camera is a bit weird because the Galaxy S9 has its own custom aperture, and that's a big part of the S9, and the Huawei P20 does not have that. So those two cameras are pretty different. And basically from what I've seen, pictures don't really look that different from a lot of the major smartphones I've seen. Not talking about the iPhone 10, we're talking about the S9 and the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. Now, of course, those are just my opinions, but still, when it comes to the camera, I might have different feelings on it if I do actually pick this phone up. But still, the camera isn't really a huge selling feature to me. It just seems like a normal 2018 flagship camera. So the display is actually a very big part of the phone. I'm surprised Huawei wasn't more on the display than anything else. And the reason for that was because this has a notch. And it also has a fingerprint sensor on the bottom. Well, it depends on the version. From what I can tell, it's kind of weird to see this because like I keep seeing pictures of like the Lite and the Pro versions, and it's just confusing me at this point. But from what I've seen, you can get a version that has a fingerprint sensor or a version that just has the Huawei text. I actually just did a bit of research, and apparently the Lite versions, which is kind of like the standard version of the phone, has the Huawei text, and the Pro version has the fingerprint sensor. Interestingly, I actually think that the Huawei version, the lighter version, has a tiny bit of thinner bezel in the bottom, but of course that really just depends on how you feel on that. But talking about the whole, the display, I thought I was going to be disrupted by the notches, and to be honest, no matter which way you put it, a notch is still a notch. It's going to be something that's in the way until we can find a way to remove it. And still, I actually saw pictures of it, and it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be. Now, what I mean by that is that I'm not a notch lover. I used to consider myself a notch hater, actually, but the Huawei P20 actually changed my mind on that. Like, no, I'm not sponsored by them, I'm being serious. The Huawei P20 actually looks really good on the display side. Now, I don't know how I feel. I was a bit iffy when I saw the Pro version and how it had a fingerprint sensor on the bottom, because that doesn't really kind of seems out of place, because yes, some people want to just scan their fingers on the bottom of the phone, but in 2018, like that looks like a home button, and home buttons are, I haven't seen a home button on like a flagship main phone in a while, not counting the iPhone 10 or the iPhone 8, I mean, and the Pixel 2. I haven't seen a flagship like that in a while, but still, I think that the display looks really nice. It is a bit low res from what I'm seeing, but you know what? It just really depends on how you feel about it. So let's talk about something that I think everyone can agree on, and that is how the phone looks. Now, this is totally opinionated, but I actually really like the Twilight version of the Huawei P20. I'll have a picture of it. The reason why I like it is because it's got, like, there is other colors, and normally if I didn't like something, if there wasn't an option like this, which I didn't think I would like something, this is one of those, kind of designs that you wouldn't really think you would want, but you actually really like once you actually see it. And, like, basically, if there wasn't that option, I would probably go with the blue color although I'm not too much of a fan of the basic, however you want to say that, can blue. But this Twilight version I really like because it kind of has a gradient effect, or I mean to say gradient effect, between purple, blue, and almost like a bit of turquoise in there. So it looks really, really nice. And if I were to pick up a Huawei P20, I would probably shoot for that design. Of course, that's totally opinionated, but, the phone looks really nice. A 4,000 milliamp battery is no slouch. I think that's definitely a good feature to have in this phone, considering that you have some specs, which I'll get into the specs in a minute, but considering the specs you got, a 4,000 milliamp battery is going to last you quite a while. So, good on you, Huawei. I really do appreciate that. And for what I've seen, you also have, super charge, which basically is just fast charge from what I've seen. I haven't owned a Huawei device before, so I don't really know too much about what they call their fast charging and all that. But still, I think that, the phone looks nice and it's got a good battery, and I could fast charge it, put it down, charge it. There you go. It's, charged in like an hour. Adding on to the battery thing, though, I forgot to mention this. It is really disappointing that the phone doesn't have wireless charging. I think that would have been amazing to have because, wireless charging is starting to become a standard. So, please, Huawei, if you could add P30 Pro, wireless charging, please. But, you know what, I can probably get by with it. I can just get by without using it. But still, I'm interested in this phone regardless. Now, let's talk specs. So the phone has one major issue from what I keep hearing, and that is powered by the Kirin 970, which is, from what I've heard, it's not on par with the Snapdragon 845, and that's not good, considering the flagship, although it is cheaper than the S9, still, that's not good to have a low-powered spec in there. It's still powerful. The processor inside the Huawei P20 and P20 Pro is still a good processor, but it can't match the iPhone, even the iPhone 10 chips, which is insane, and the Galaxy S9's, 845, Snapdragon 845. Snapdragon 845 is what I mean. But still, even though it's got the low-powered CPU, it's got a big battery, so maybe you'll get better battery life out of it, but it can't match from what I've seen anyways. This might change if I actually try the phone, just to see how snappy it is in real use. Like, I don't know what Huawei was thinking with that. Maybe they just wanted better battery life. But from what I've seen, it can't compete the Kirin 970 with the 845. Alright, so, time to wrap this up. Do I think I'm going to purchase a Huawei P20 or P20 Pro? Personally, I can't. Well, I can't right now, because it's not in Canada. But when it does come to Canada, I might get, if I am gonna get it, I'm gonna get it on a contract and just upgrade my plan. But what I think of the phone is that it looks nice, it's got a great camera, the display is pretty good, it's not, fantastic, but still, from what I've seen, it looks pretty good, and overall, it seems like a good phone. So I think I might upgrade to it. This might be my next phone, but what I want to know is this your next phone? If it is, then please let me know in the comments. Maybe you're even watching this video on the Huawei P20 and P20 Pro. That would be interesting. If you were, please leave your thoughts on the phone in the comments. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, then please share this video on social media, and I'll have my social medias linked in the description. And see you.